Thank you guys for joining. Let's remove that. Hi, how y'all doing? Let me fix my lighting. Oh my God. Hi, thank y'all for joining our midday pop-in. We got a lot of great topics for you guys. Got my light on. Yes, let's get it, honey. Let's get it. Let's get it. How y'all doing? I see you all in the building. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged, and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Miss Goldbrook says sneaking at work. LOL. Yes, come on, sneak on in here. Okay. She says, I finally caught a live. Love your channel. Blessings, Cameron. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. All is welcome. Well, some. Nah. Let's get started. First topic, we talked about Miss Lexi Brown, which is in the WNBA. She has responded to the allegations that she is the person who broke up Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson with their relationship. You guys know they broken up. Her name was thrown into the mix as to say she was the person responsible for Megan and Klay's breakup, but she has now spoken up. Okay, and let's go ahead and get into it. She has now given a statement. She said, okay, I'm not sure why the two of them have not spoken up as to say, yeah, Lexi Brown has nothing to do with this situation. So she's putting it out there because she does have a name. She's in the WNBA. She doesn't want to be looked at as, this person who goes around breaking up people's relationships. But let's get into what she had to say according to It's On Site.
Me and Klay do know each other because we both play professional basketball. I would have considered him a friend. I do not know Meg Thee Stallion at all. Today, I'm still the only person that has denied this entire situation of my involvement and claim that this is 100% false. And the fact that I'm still the only one that is defending my name, I have no idea how to process that. And that's the last thing that I'm struggling to process, is that there's this massive outcry for protecting Black women and nobody has mentioned Lexi Brown's name in any of those conversations. I wouldn't have minded if either one of them came out and said it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are in the relationship. They're the ones that are dealing with this. And they're the ones who are communicating with each other. So one of them, if not both of them, know that it was not me. It could come from one of their teams. It could come from somewhere. The truth is over there somewhere. And I was expecting it to reveal itself from that side of it, the side that actually has the issue. Because again, I have no idea what is going on. I have no involvement. I've had no communication at all whatsoever during their relationship. So for them to just allow me to get dragged, for a lot of people to allow me to get dragged through the mud for, I don't know, it seems like 4 days now, knowing 100% what was being said was false, that surely somebody would step in and say, no, this is a lie. Please point your fingers somewhere else, or don't point them at all, but don't point them at Lexi. And by the time the game was over, it had not happened. And, I said, you know what? I'll give it a little bit more time. Surely somebody that knows the truth, and that is almost everybody involved, knows that I was not involved in this situation at all, would surely step in and say something.
So long story short, she's just asking either Klay or Megan Thee Stallion to speak up and say, hey, it was not Lexi Brown. Y'all stop harassing her. This lady is saying now she's getting death threats over the breakup rumors of Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, after she says she's had nothing to do with this. She also has a career and a name for herself, and she just wants either one of them. It doesn't matter to just come forward and say, hey, this girl had nothing to do with it. Y'all stop harassing her. This is between me and Megan, Okay, because initially when we talked about it, the rumors was that it was her that spoke out about it. I actually talked about it as well. So I'll be the first on my platform to say, hey, sometimes I got to spin the block and say, okay, maybe I got it wrong, because I did report there were several platforms that said that Lexi Brown was the person who broke up Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. So I'll be the bigger person and say, hey, if I said that you did that, okay, I can backtrack and say, all right, let's take it back and let's give this woman some grace, because she doesn't want to be harassed and have death threats. That's not fair to her. Well, she's just out here minding her business and trying to do her thing when these two are dealing with this very, very public breakup. So shout out to her for speaking out. And it would be nice for Megan or Clay to put out a statement to clear her name so that she doesn't continue to get death threats or something bad happens to her, because y'all know Megan has her fans, so does Clay. And sometimes people will see the side chick or the person who break up a relationship, because y'all know these crazy fans out here love to see two people be together. And when they see the person who they feel might have come between that and broken them or made them break up, then they can kind of do something crazy, harass this woman or do something to harm her or unalive this person. Y'all just never know. So shout out to her for speaking out and clearing her name on that. According to It's On Site. Let's move along, because I reported it too, child. I was like, oh, wow. Let's get into this, child. This is a hot topic here. Miss Falynn, we haven't heard from Miss Falynn in a while. She's been behind the scenes raising her family, having babies, and y'all know she used to be married to Simon. That is how Porsha came to know Simon, by going to Falynn's house on the show. You guys saw it. But when she caught the interview with Porsha, sitting down with Carlos King and mentioning Falynn, and was being a little I guess disrespectful in her tone in terms of speaking on Falynn and Falynn's marriage to Simon, and how Porsha kind of came in between that situation. Falynn got wind of that, and she has now spoken out. Okay, so Falynn takes issue with Porsha Williams' interview with Carlos King. So let's get into what Porsha said that kind of rubbed Falynn the wrong way. Let's get into it. Shout out to No Chaser.
Take full accountability for not speaking to the narrative once again. At that time, I just didn't feel like it was my place. The things that I knew about her and his relationship, it did not feel like it was my place. I had heard her do an interview, and she was like, well, if I'm pregnant, I'll say so. Me, I'm a woman. I'm gonna respect that. If she wants to tell that about herself that's on her.
Because you knew she was pregnant at the time, and you were protecting the story.
It was not my place.
It wasn't your place.
Yeah, it just wasn't my place to speak on. And I knew it very early on. It was one of the reasons that, they were where they were in their relationship. It just wasn't my place. And even though if I would have taken that information and put it out, would it have freed me from the shackles of the Scarlet Letter? Sure, it would have. But that's the price that I paid at that time to just stay out of it. You know what I mean? And for me, we take full accountability for.
All right, so as you guys can see here, Falynn says after this interview, she says, I respect that this hoe gonna die a liar, referring to Porsha. So she's saying that what Porsha's sitting up here saying in the interview is total lies. And she said, this hoe gonna die a liar. Damn. Falynn, honey, Falynn will clear the girls, will she not? So let's get into what her statement is. She shared this on her stories. Excuse me. All right. Falynn says, I know you effing lying, with the laughing emoji. She says, see, I was okay with never speaking on this situation again, but as long as Miss 265, y'all remember Porsha thought it was 265 days in a year, is out here doing interviews, taking accountability, and acting as Captain Save-A-Ho, okay, with Carlos King, with exclamation child. She says, F it, time to blow the dust off these receipts so that everyone can take real accountability and this shit can finally die. Okay, so it looks like Falynn is getting ready to dig up her good old receipts that she's been sitting on since Porsha wants to do interviews and mention her. She's ready to talk, and I'm happy about that. I hope she comes out and tells everything, okay, even as related to Simon, because I'm nosy. So we're gonna see what Falynn comes out with here in the next day or so, if not today, because she has definitely put it out there that she's getting ready to dig up receipts and air Porsha out, honey, like a drop top Mercedes in this bitch, and I am happy about that. Okay, what do you think? The girls are fighting, honey. They are fighting. Speaking of the girls fighting, you guys also remember Real Housewives of Atlanta, since we're speaking of Porsha. Pinky Cole initially said that she thought that it was Phaedra who mentioned that she was a meat eater. Okay, you guys know that Pinky Cole owns the Slutty Vegan restaurant where she is totally vegan. She does not eat meat. She's made that very, very clear. Phaedra was running around saying that Pinky Cole used to own a Jamaican restaurant where she was serving up goat and all this other stuff. But Pinky was like, yeah, no, that's a lie. Even if I did have a Jamaican restaurant, I was not eating meat. But Pinky Cole says that she was shocked to find out that it was actually Kelly's big titty ass who said that she eats meat, and that Phaedra kind of is vindicated now. So y'all know Kelly is messy as hell. Kelly don't ever say nothing to your face. She will say it behind her or behind anyone's back. That's how she operates, or in her green screens or in her confessional. She never goes to that person and tells them what she's thinking or what's on her mind. But so it got back to Pinky Cole, and now she's addressing it. Let's get into it.
So if you saw the episode, we realized that it actually wasn't Phaedra that said that I ate meat. She said I had a rib joint. Kelli, big titty ass, is the one that said that I ate ribs.
Oh no.
So the shock.
Okay.
Kelli.
Oh my goodness.
It was the shock.
Wait,
and
so then to know
After
that
you were so supportive of the business.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. How did that feel?
Kelly's fake ass. So Kelli, you don't went to this lady's business, supporting her, smiling, congratulating her, but then you running around talking about this lady eat ribs, which that could definitely damage her brand, because she is known as this person who has a vegan restaurant. That is her brand, to be vegan, to push this vegan thing out here where other people can support. You have a lot of people who are vegan who come to her and purchase their food from her. So it kind of makes her look like a fake ass bitch to be out here with a whole vegan restaurant, and she behind the curtain back there eating a rack of ribs for Kelli to be spreading that. So Kelli, you might want to clear that up. Have you actually seen her with your own eyes eating some damn meat? You might want to say that or say that to her, but don't be whispering around and saying that, because that could ultimately damage her business. You are also a businesswoman as well, even though your businesses keep getting shut down. But you are a businesswoman as well, so you know how that would feel for someone to say, oh, Kelli got roaches over there at her Nana's Chicken and Waffles, and then you notice that the place ain't as packed as it used to be by said rumor floating around. So you might want to clear that up, okay? People can also put it out there, which is already out there, that you don't pay your employees, and people will not want to work for you, and it will be hard for you to hire or keep a great staff because of the way you actually treat people. You are very messy, Kelli, so be a woman and clear this up.
Because you really were standing behind her with the chicken and waffles of it all.
Yeah, and she said that I ate meat. And she sat with me in my restaurant and slurped her daggone Pepsi Cola.
Well, and she kind of knows what's riding on meat eating accusations because you're involved with Pina. You have the slutty vegan brand. Like, it's kind of like, it's very damaging.
I think, this just tells you what happens in a girl group when people play telephone. Okay. And, Shamia said that Phaedra said it, and it wasn't Phaedra anyway. So she's vindicated. Okay. I know she probably has lied in the past on people, but she's vindicated because she's not the one that said it.
Wow. So that must have been actually really kind of a crazy turn of events for you to have gone through that potential discord with Phaedra. You found out it was actually Kelli. You and Phaedra were in a good spot. And then she's out here talking on social media. But I mean, I guess it was in response to the wig prayer. Was that shade? Like, what's going on with Phaedra's wigs? Are we missing something?
Yeah, no, the wigs are wigging, honey. Okay. She got a tennis ball underneath that wig, probably just like me, though, I just pray for her and her wig. But the girls tried to eat me up, so I got to eat back. Just because you see me as a rookie don't mean that I ain't been around for a long time, okay? Don't believe the hype. So if you saw...
Okay, so people was like, don't play with me like that. So I see in the comments a lot of people saying, so the energy is so different now that from then when she thought that it was Phaedra, said that this can be her last season, that she ain't needed. What? I like Pinky. I think Pinky kind of fit in good with the girls, okay? She definitely speaks up, and she will definitely check a bitch if they come at her wrong. But a lot of people say she's not giving enough energy to Kelli as much as she gave to Phaedra. That's what they're saying in the comments here. They said totally disinterested in her, not a fan. Okay. They said and said Shamia conveniently didn't reveal that it was her bestie, but lied on Phaedra. Oh, okay. I see y'all in the comments over there. What do y'all think about that? Kelli definitely should apologize and publicly come out and say something about that, because you could ruin this woman's brand. She's already having financial difficulties and having to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy because of some things going on with her businesses. So you definitely don't want to ruin her business by putting out rumors that this woman eat meat when she has publicly said on several platforms that she does not. Okay, she brands herself on being a vegan, and that's what she wants to be seen as. Let's get into the next topic. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Child. Kelli so damn messy. That's why I don't like her ass. I don't like Kelli at all. Muffin faced ass. Love and Marriage Huntsville wins an outstanding reoccurring cast at reality TV awards. I'm not sure how, when the ratings are the lowest they've ever been. But Carlos, did you pay someone for this award? Because that is a real thing. Y'all know. They say everybody get Grammys don't really earn them. That sometimes they, shoot a little money to the people that make the decisions and they get them. That's what I hear. But in this situation, it's very weird to me that Love and Marriage Huntsville continues to keep getting picked up season after season. They're going into their 7th season now. They've been greenlit for another season. They have already started filming for season 7. But now Carlos and their team has said congratulations that they've received an outstanding reoccurring cast at reality TV awards. I never thought that would ever happen, but
Last year, I won this guy, the American Reality Television Award for Outstanding New Cast for The Golden Bachelor. However, we know it's the reoccurring cast that keeps audiences coming back season after season. It's almost like they become a part of our family. The nominees for the 12th Annual American Reality Television Award for Outstanding Reoccurring Cast are 1,000 Pound Sisters, TLC, Bell Collective, OWN, Jersey Shore Family Vacation, MTV, Love and Marriage Huntsville, OWN, and Welcome to Plathville, TLC. And the winner of the 12th Annual American Reality Television Award for Outstanding Reoccurring Cast is Love and Marriage Huntsville, OWN.
how is that when Bell Collective have higher ratings and they're also reoccurring on the OWN network? Of course, they do fall under Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, which is owned by Carlos King. On the OWN network. So I'm trying to figure out how Love and Marriage Huntsville got it when, again, Bell Collective's ratings are much higher. They do pull a larger audience for their show as well. And they are definitely reoccurring. They continue to get season after season as well. I'm not sure how that happened. Again, I feel like something behind the scenes happened in terms of them getting the award for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yeah, they suck.
Congratulations, guys.
Hey everybody, we're the Scots with Love and Marriage Huntsville.
And we'd like to thank the American Reality Television Awards on behalf of OWN, ITV, and Kingdom Reign.
Yeah, like who's better to win the outstanding recurring cast than the recurring cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville?
We couldn't have done it without the rest of our castmates and especially viewers like you. I've been getting millions of DMs and notes and saying, hey, listen, what would happen if you...
Why is Tisha looking at everybody like, look straight ahead, stupid? You could tell she ain't never been nowhere, child. Look straight ahead. She's looking at Marceau like she's looking for his approval of something. Like, did I do good, Dad?
Guys didn't win.
I guess we'll never know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, all right. Y'all let me know. Not sure how that happened, but go off. Carlos, you must have paid a lot of money for that award. Allegedly. All right, moving on. Yeah, that's some BS. The ratings are so low. I already showed y'all the ratings for Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's been very, very low. But go off, honey. According to the OWN TV network, they said that some rumors are better left as rumors. This looks like Nell and Chris' daughter, not Lexi, what's your name? Kayla, is in some type of love situation that her mom, Nell Fletcher, may not be proud of. Let's get into it.
Twan says there's supposed to be a rumor about him that he's dating Kayla. Is it just a rumor? Is it true? Is it not true?
To clarify, we didn't want y'all to find out this way. We have went on dates before. I am lost for words.
I am too.
Twan says there's supposed to be a rumor about it.
But Lexi is grown, right? I don't think Lexi has any children. Lexi is grown. She can date whoever she wants to date. I mean, how is she supposed to meet the person she's going to be with forever if she doesn't go on dates? It doesn't have to be a person that you like. If she likes this person, just respect that. And it gives the Nell, I keep saying the Nell and Chris are too much into their grown kids' business. Like, they're going to love who they love. That just only makes them want to rebel even more. The more you tell them, don't see this person, don't go out with this person. That's the more they're gonna. Y'all know how children are, or they're adults, but still, you know how people are when you tell them don't do something. That's what they want to do the most. But Lexi seems to like the guy that Destiny was doing the scene with the dreadlocks. You guys, she's very interested in him. It seems that he's interested in her. He was trying to date Destiny. I don't know if there's a shortage of men in Huntsville to where they all have to date some of the same people. It's kind of weird, but Lexi seems to be interested in this guy. But of course, Nell and Chris, they don't like this guy for whatever reason, but she is grown. Let her date who she wants to date and figure it out on her own. I think Nell should focus on her daycare and focus on making sure Chris is not in the DMs hollering at women, because that's exactly what he does. I told y'all, one of my subscribers actually hit me up to say, hey, Rel, Chris tried to holler at me in the DMs. I said, oh, really? Chris really be in the DMs. So does Marceau. Marceau be in the DMs as well, trying to holler at women. So yeah, and I hope Tisha mama or Tisha try to say that it's a lie. Then I got to show the receipt, and y'all know I have receipts, right? Mm-hmm. Chris, we got receipts on you too, where you also was in somebody's DMs trying to holler at them and saying that they look good and asking for pictures and shit like that. Y'all men are something else. See, Nell, you are too engulfed in your kids' business, but you ain't watching Chris. That's who you should be watching, right? That's who you should be watching. Kayla is grown out here. Let Kayla do Kayla, and you focus on Chris, okay? Him out here losing his damn real estate license on some bullshit he was doing, some illegal shit, and now and now you got to worry about him cheating. But then again, you lose him how you get him, right? You lose him how you get him, because Chris was married when you met him, Neil. I'm glad y'all been married 30 years, but you do lose him how you get him. Chris been cheating all this time, and we already know you had to put him out before for a few months or so. I think she said 16 or 18 months or so, because he stepped out on you with some younger girl. So he's still on the fuck shit. I promise you. All right. But yeah, focus on that now. I like you, but you need to focus on Chris and his lying, cheating ass, okay? With his sneaky self. All right, last topic. Let's get into the Stefon Diggs tea. Stefon Diggs has spoken out to say that he is not the person who wrote this message dogging out Cardi B and saying that she made him lose several deals. We talked about that the other day. But my thing is, where you hacked, was your Instagram or your Twitter hacked? Because it's from the same account. So I'm trying to figure out, does someone else use your account? Does someone else have access to your account? Know the password to your Twitter account? Because the message was definitely written from your account, Stefon Diggs. Now, I don't know if Cardi done cussed you out and threatened to put you on child support, which is why you are speaking out and denying this viral post that's now been floating around. Where you had a whole lot to allegedly say. You're saying you didn't, but Stefon Diggs slams a viral fake post claiming that he said that Cardi B was a whore and the wrong decision. Said that I would never say no goofy ass ish like this. Let's get into what the post says. Okay, we talked about it over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is his page. It's from his page. It's verified. It says, the wrong decision I made recently, falling in love with a whore with 3 kids, brought bad luck to my life. I'm sorry. Business endorsements and partners stained my status. So as you guys can see here, they said that Stefon Diggs must have taken some heavy potion from that sister, because Yo said that he is on his stories. This is like an Instagram stories, and he sounds like he is truly down bad. Now, according to him, dating her was his worst decision. Apparently, she came with some bad luck. Said her status stained his, and he lost big business. So he's saying he didn't write it, but again, this is his story. So did someone break into your account and send some random message that you didn't know about? Because this is the same. If you guys can see here, so this is the message he's writing from this very same account that this message was sent from. Okay, so let's go back. You guys see the profile picture, Stefon Diggs, verified check mark. That's him, same picture. Stefon Diggs, verified check mark. So he responds by saying, I would never say no goofy ass ish like this, nor would I speak on the mother of my kid like that. Stop lying to the internet for clicks for your page disappear. So it sounds like he may be threatening to take down people's pages and or report them if they're pushing this narrative of him posting, or someone from his account, or someone he may have known. Maybe it was somebody was doing a prank or a joke. I'm not sure, but it appears that that message did come from that same Instagram account. It's the same profile picture, same everything. So I don't know, Stefon, you may want to put a lock and key, maybe change your password, or maybe monitor your Instagram account a little bit closer so that messages like that do not go out, because the message did go viral. Okay, it really did go viral. But again, it appears to be from the same account. I don't know. What y'all think about that? He's denying it, saying he never wrote it, that he don't know who wrote it, he don't know where it came from, and that he would never say nothing like that. But y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what you think. And that is it for this video. I'll be back with more news that I know you guys can use. Let's get back to the main screen. Tiffany says that I'm wondering why he didn't see his stories when it posted. Right. It came from that account. I'm telling you, it came from the account. Said it. He's saying his account was hacked, but I don't know. It seems like he said it and is now back. But my thing is, if your account was hacked, why would you close that account? So if the person who sent that message would not be able to send another message on that account, right? Like, why not close that account and start another account? Versus keeping that account if you know that person may have hacked your account, got into your account, and could possibly send out another message that could be damaging like that, right? So you're still keeping this account and posting. I don't get it. That's weird. Y'all let me know what you think. Let me know what y'all think. All right, but let's get out of here. Thank you, mods. Thank you, content creators. Thank you, Caramelians. I will see you guys later for the next video, okay? Please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys on the next one, okay? Love you guys down. Until the next video. Bye.